Hello and welcome everyone to another Create With Me live episode. I think this episode is number 14. I'm a little early, so I'm just going to let you see what we're going to be doing. And I will welcome people on as they come on. And then we'll jump into tonight's session. I hope everyone had a creative week of some kind. And I don't know about the weather where you are, but being that there's a lot of people from different places around the world joining me, Ontario, Canada, we had a beautiful, really warm fall day today. In the chat, if you feel like it, just let me know or let everybody know where you're coming from. Oh, hello from Quebec City. Joanne. Nice to see you here, and I am very grateful that everyone's taking some time out of their busy lives to join me for some art. But we know it's a good thing, right? All right. Okay, so we'll just wait 1 minute. So as you can see, I'll just sort of chat, just start talking. I'm really starting to get into doing a grid. Not every time. Sometimes I'll just do like some notes like I did. This is last Tuesday's. And then of course, put down the colors that I use so I remember. Sometimes I don't do anything, which is not good because I really want to remember important parts of that page. The black and white one, remember that one? This was an extra. It wasn't a Create With Me. This was, oh, so was that one. I'm really loving, yes, just some ink studies. And sometimes I don't finish, just depending on my time. But I like to do, if I'm doing an ink study like this, or marks, of course it's not an ink study. That's such old school. My old art school lingo coming back. It's intuitive mark making, and I still really love this. These are just organic dabs done very loosely with, I did not write the type of brush I use, so I'll just have to experiment again. But we are live again. We are back. Hello, Tatiana or Tatiana. Oh, hello from England. I have been thinking about you guys in Britain, England, wherever, which area you are from. And I've been thinking again since my schedule is shifting a bit and I'm able to have the lives a little bit earlier in the evening. Oh, the South. Okay. Nice. So, and I know everyone's in a different time, but I know that it's pretty late in England, right? What time is it there right now? Let me know in the chat. I know you're at least 2 or 3 hours ahead. So that's like, oh, 1 a.m. Well, some of us are late birds, but that doesn't help, does it? I know if you're on Eastern Standard Time, 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock might be better. And oh, and it's the it's the 15th. That's right. Everybody's coming from such different perspectives. I love it. Anyway, so to go a few hours earlier, say 5 o'clock versus 8 o'clock, would that make a difference? I know it's sort of like 8 o'clock for me is okay. I wouldn't mind doing it a little earlier in the evening, and then I have the rest of my evening. But I don't mind coming in my studio anytime. Okay, so let's get on with our live. I'd love to welcome all of you for taking the time to be with me in the Create With Me series. And I just want to say, I sent out an email reminding everybody, don't mind me, it's just my notes, just to make sure I say what I want to say and don't forget, because I can get right into this whole thing and not mention things. This is a gentle, grounding space where we slow down, which has been quite a few videos, especially the last one that I've talked about. And just pausing, not super slow. And it makes room for meaningful art. That's what Create With Me is all about. This video, this session is about trusting your layers of trust. And I'll explain that in a moment. So maybe you're returning to your art after a pause, or maybe you're exploring your own inner artist, and this space is for you. So don't forget, I have my Sunday vlogs, and I also upload this recording on my playlist. So I have a Create With Me playlist, and I have a Sunday vlog. It's not a playlist, but I've got a new playlist that I've just put out there, and it is intuitive mark making. And any video, new, old, that I'm grouping the best of, because I have over 300 videos, is up there, and you will find that in the playlist. Okay, so that's enough talking and you watching my hands doing my talking. I'm going to show you what I was doing today. So as I said, I was doing some grids, and I was still exploring that color palette, the one that we made the collage papers with, which is burnt sienna, turquoise, unbleached titanium, yellow oxide, black and white. So a simple palette, and really it does a lot, especially when you're adding different, changing the value of the burnt sienna or the turquoise using either white or the unbleached titanium. Now these two go together really well because it warms up that turquoise even more and gives it a nice patina kind of feel. Okay, how's everybody so far? So I'm just going to talk about how each one is so different on my grid, in that the full page, that we're going to do together might not look like any of these, but it might be a mixture of them all. And that's why we are trusting our layers. And sorry, I just lost my thought there. Oh, and I mentioned in the email, if you are signed up to the Create With Me email that you get, you would have gotten everything that we were going to talk about tonight, some tips, your free downloads, and a materials list, which is very simple, which you can see right here. We're at my art journaling table, and I have enough room, but sometimes it gets crowded because everything has to be within the frame here when I'm recording. Okay, Susan, hello. Nice to see you here. Okay. So this beautiful, I guess you would call it like a peachy color, is the burnt sienna with white. And it even gets it a little warmer, but I like it with white better. And that's what my intention was for these grids, just to explore the colors in different ways, horizontally, sort of an all over, and have fun with it. These are pieces of the collage that we made in the previous Tuesday Create With Me on the jelly plate. So if you missed that one, you can go back to it, and I am going to fix and retitle there is a new title, there is a proper title for each Create With Me in the YouTube description, but not on the thumbnail. So I'm going to fix those up. I don't know, take a lot of work, but maybe I'll just use the description for now. But I will say if it's episode 1, 2, 3, and tonight's is episode 14. Okay. So I added black to the turquoise, just changing value and trying to, get something going. Then, once they were dry, see, this one's very thick here, because I just kept experimenting with, I don't like that color, so I'll put another, and you glide your brush, you load your brush with the paint, and then you just glide it across, or you can use your color shaper. So various drawing tools, pencil, the water-soluble graphite. On the next page that we're going to do together, I'm going to use the solid marker, the Sakura color, and it's like a tempera, beautiful. I need to get more colors. So I'm going to flip this over, and I started this page. Oh, okay, let me read that. Let's hear what Susan has to say. Oh. Oh, I know. I hear you. And sorry to hear about that, Susan. Yes, we need to, even though we are artists and we love to do what we do, there's other places in our lives that we're needed, right? And you can just get the time for your creativity when you can. And that's what I did. That's what I did when I was looking after very ill family members. I didn't get much art done, not this fancy, but if you can just sit and draw, and it depends on your state of mind. If you're ever, the anxiety builds up, but that is a big part of what I'm diving into and researching, is how creativity is the exact opposite of anxiety, what you can do. And even if you can, but it depends how high it is, how busy you are. Doesn't necessarily mean you're in that state when you're looking after a family member. But yes, 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 yes. I love when we're sharing these things. Thank you for sharing this personal information, everyone. Oh, yeah. Yes, and I like how you call it a journey. Everything we do is a journey. It's all part of the big journey. And art for me is a journey because it reflects your inner journey. It reflects your life. It's a mirror of your, what was I going to say? State of mind, your psyche, what your state of mind is. And then you can sort of get into a much better place. So I'm really loving these colors. They're calm, and doing anything calming is so helpful. Okay, so where am I going to start? Just before we went on live, I don't know, I just couldn't wait. Patience is a virtue, right? So I thought, oh, my new stencils from Temu. These are from Temu, not from Stencil Girl. And, but I love my Stencil Girl ones. Of course we do. And I only used a section of it because I wanted something bold under there. I don't know what other elements we're going to introduce to this page, but I will show you what my selection was, and I tried to simplify. So we're going to go with that ghost print of the line of the string. And I found this one, which, man, I don't even know how I made that, but I remember aspects of it. And of course, my new dyed bamboo paper. We're going to venture with this one. As you can see, that's why I wanted some bold marks under there. So I'm just going to turn it and cut a section. This was the cedar branches with the turquoise and the unbleached titanium. So I thought I might bring in a text page of neutral but simple. And I don't want to introduce any other new elements like circles or triangles, because then they would all vie for attention. So that's one thing I wanted to discuss tonight is how do you choose a grouping of collage papers? Well, one of the main things that we talked about last time was using the same colors, first of all, making them cohesive. Once they're cohesive, of course, I'm not going to put, oh, let's put them all on a page. It just doesn't work that way. You need your quiet. You need your negative space. They need to speak to each other. And I believe these three do, and that's all I'm doing. And I may or may not bring in, you see, the solids and maybe a line, maybe a swirl. I had this at the side, and you see how that's just, they're geometric. They're not organic. They just, to me, don't relate. So sometimes when you're showing an example, it's good to show a non-example so everyone gets the point. Okay, so is everyone good with that? Okay. How many collage papers does everyone love to work with? Do you like a small number or a big number? Oh, wow. Oh, yes. Okay. So, Susan. Yes, yes. It so can stress you out until you learn to let go. Man, did that ever take a long time for me. And I'm still learning how to do it because it's like, ooh, I'll save this. Notice, like, why haven't I used it? Because I like it too much. Well, then if I like it too much, why can't I tear it up and use it in my art? Oh, because I like it too much. Right? So we're going to tear this one up tonight because we can always make another one. Okay. So, I think I'm going to stick with my routine. I'm going to just activate some lines. Notice these are bold and these will be more subtle. I'm not going to put them everywhere, just where maybe they might remain or not. Oh, I didn't explain how I made these marks. Well, I had a lot of paint left over, and I know tonight I will. So then what I like to do is go to the next page, dip what's left, and I just love my brayer to do the thinking, not me. So I just roll this, I choose some colors. I might go all horizontal. This is sort of a quadrant. It might stay that way. It might, who knows what'll happen. All right, so I think okay. I'm gonna go with this one. But I'm going to spray the surface a bit because I want this to be very thin. And I know that there's some medium left on my, see that? I love these color shapers. They're so easy to clean up. Okay. Okay, I didn't get to that soon enough. So right away, I'll just do a think aloud while I'm working here. I saw that drip and I thought, yes, I haven't done drips in so long, and I used to just do them all the time. So I'm just going to let this run down. There we go. Okay, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to use my dryer. It's not going to dry everything, and I don't want them going everywhere, of course. So I'll just do a quick there. Now they're very transparent, and that's okay. All right. In the meantime, I'm just going to use, okay, this probably isn't going to tear. Oh, it's going to. Oh, wow. So that's the direction. I was wondering if it wouldn't tear because there's a medium on here. That's what I use to lift. So I want to talk about bringing in your transparent pages. Sometimes you bring them in early, in the middle, and at the end. So in this page, I'm going to try to do at least two, an early and an at the end. So it might not stay this way. I want to maintain some of it, but maybe not all of it. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So we'll put that there. We're going to use the matte medium. With the same color shaper that I just cleaned off. There's such a beautiful magic, I call it, with transparent layers. That's so cool. Okay. Some of you, not you guys, a subscriber mentioned that they don't like to use a lot of collage. They like to use more paint than collage. Let me know in the comments, in your comments, do you like more collage or more paint? Okay, since there's a lot of paint on here, I'm going to be using, oh, it's so nice. I hate to cover that up and cover my drips up. Oh, look at that. Very interesting. Don't forget, I can always come in with some more black back on top. Okay, so there's some ripples in there. Sometimes the brayer can really help. Okay, it helped a bit. This is medical paper. Yes, and it really responds to the brayer. So it really got a lot of those wrinkles out, but sometimes you want them. Notice, you see, it's too much tension between the two shapes. So up here, I noticed, this is what I would write on the other side. The tension that was here, it sort of hits you right in the gut, if you know what I mean. Now, I could have put it there and then did something else up there, maybe with paint. But look at the beautiful rust that's happening. See, the closer I get, I don't want that covered, but the farther away, it just sort of, there's some breathing space. So that's how I tell when I say I'm waiting for the yes. So that's what I call intuitive placement. Everything is intuitive. It's so amazing. And listening to that has taken time. Okay, so I think I haven't done any pushing back with white. And sometimes that can really be interesting. I'm not going to push all that back. And some say if you want to just lift a little bit more, I just add that little bit of water and look at that. It's just a thin veil. Ooh, I think up here. So now that black is in the forefront and all this stuff is in the back. But now I've created some quiet. Okay. Once that dries, I'm going to bring some more marks and layer them on top of that using probably the China marker. Okay. You see? I don't want them too busy. I think I want some just kind of echo vertical here, but in a different way. And then, since I pushed back that beautiful sienna, I'm going to bring it in again, right next to the blue. See, it's like an orange, but a deeper orange next to that blue. And now the blue is more blue. Okay. How are we doing? Medical exam paper is super because the roll is huge. And what I'm planning on is I was looking for a roll of paper that I could, of course of all, that was not so expensive. That could be big pieces for my larger canvas work that I'm going to work on this winter and see what happens. But it's really, it's not transparent, but it's translucent. You see, you can see the shadow of the black underneath it. And depending on what you color it with, I'm using my, I think it's a 12 by 14 jelly plate, the big one, for that paper. And now I have a whole bunch of solids. I can, oh, it's endless. All right. Let's bring in, I'm really loving this combination here. I think I don't want to tear this time. I think I want one torn edge and one clipped edge. Or a, what would you call it? A straight edge. And I don't want it so big. I don't want to cover up all that. This is interesting. I'm also liking, oh, look at that. See how that, as soon as I went there, this line lined up with the blue shape. Oops. I didn't want to go all the way across. Oh, where did that go? Oh, here. Nope. Okay. So this paper is the thicker printing paper, and I like to spray it. It softens the fibers before gluing it down, and you have less wrinkling and bubbling. Okay. I just saw that it needed that yellow oxide or ochre back in. So I'm going to just, and now the lines are getting very busy, so I'll have to be doing some quieting down in the later layers. Okay. All right, so I hope everyone, did everybody check out the slow down video on Sunday? And also the 2 weeks before of the collage papers that we made, these, and so many things that we've done. I'm going to make just some more black. I'm going to come over the blue a bit. So now see how the blue is blending in, integrating with the black. I like that. And continuing those lines. Okay. Now, I need some of this. Let's see if it'll fit. Ooh. Now, I know that I love this, but maybe just part of it can show. I don't know if I want to be vertical. I'm not going to come down the middle because that just doesn't work. Okay, I'm going to let you guys decide. L for left or right upside down? Left or right? Give me an L or an R. Let's make this page together. Okay, I've got an R. Let's have some more voting, please. Okay, Tatiana. Okay, let's review that. Okay, left. I can see why left is more of a, it's almost landscape-ish in a way, isn't it? How this is turning out. I can see peaks in there. Okay, so we have two lefts and a right. I'm going to go with left. Majority rules. I'm sort of liking that. And this is sort of my rule. When I have an abstract, which this is, an intuitive, and it sometimes I'll let it stay looking sort of like a landscape, but sometimes I'll do things to remove that hint. Oh, now I'm getting yellow on that. Well, that's no good. Okay, that's sort of cool looking. Okay. All right, time for the brushes. Let's come in with some paint. I'm adding a little black. And trying to lighten up this blue to get it to match. Okay, I'm coming in. So just very thin here. I'm just going to pick up the excess with my cloth. Okay. I want to use my awl just to, whoop. There we go. Some of that yellow oxide was not dry yet. And that's okay. I just don't want green there. All right. So we're not done. We are so not done. What do I need up here? Do I need to go blue? Nope. I think we need some transparent stuff here. That's cool. So see, we're covering it, but it's not disappearing. We're just putting a transparent layer over the top. And I want to maintain some of that black and white up there. Now you can see that transparent collage, this one. Very nice. So bringing in another element. That's very nice there. I know my drips and stuff, but notice it's just it just needs to be covered. Nope, hard edge doesn't work. Let's see another one of these maybe. Too much of that. Okay, what else do we have here? Okay, too busy. Okay. Oh. Okay, love the black. This is done down there. I don't want to interfere with that. Since that yellow oxide, that yellow, let's come in with just a lighter version. So now I'm just sort of playing with value. Pushing those lines back. See, they're still there, but now they're quieter. Yeah, these colors are very calming. I love that. So I think a little strip of some text paper somewhere. Not the whole thing. Notice I'm putting it where there's other similar value, so it adds interest. So this is like it's subtle, and it doesn't interfere with whatever composition is happening. That would really punch it up, but we only need a little bit. Where should it go? Oh, I know. Oh, why don't we try the other one? Oh, very nice. See how it's diagonal to this? So it's relating. And we still get to keep a little bit of that. There we go. I love this here, so the transparency, it's working. Okay. I just need to quiet down some more areas. Let's see. So now you have these interesting shapes. And I couldn't even have planned that. We still have this element of nature, but in a non-representational way. Yes, adding a little hero color or a pop, really, and notice it's next to the blue, so it's more dynamic because they're opposites on the color wheel. Okay, I think I should stop. What do you think, everybody? Besides my gold line, I'm going to echo through there because I just love that. If I add any more line, I think it'll be too busy. Yes, this is an orange. I either used a mixture of transparent orange by Liquitex, heavy body, and this vivid red orange and that was a solid color made on the jelly plate on newsprint. Newsprint is so amazing and so inexpensive. So we'll just finish chatting. Let's open up the spread so we can see everything together and see how different this is or not. Very different in some ways, but so it's more of an all over. You could say it's a quadrant because you can see 4 more quadrant, I would say. But I want to, yes. I know I don't want it there. Just. And you can still see those pencil lines underneath. And that's rice paper or it's bamboo paper. And I ordered that on Temu. It's amazing, all their exotic papers. I ordered another bunch. I haven't used them yet. Okay. My gold pen has been hiding on me lately. Maybe that's a sign. Let's see what this one's like. This is Metallic Studio. It's not going to be the same. Oh no, it's good. And notice I only put it where it's warm. And you don't want paint on your marker because then it'll just ruin it. Rad. Okay. So I hope this was helpful, enjoyable, and inspiring for you. And we haven't even gotten through all of those papers. We still have, I have not used this one, and this one. Won't those look fabulous together in a very bold, still warm, but a much energetic, a more dynamic page, I think, where I really like this subtle hint of nature, pushing forward, pulling back, the lines. Okay. Oh, really? Yes, you can see that. Yes, yes, I know. Thank you. Yes, so we will be, when we finish up, I don't know if I want to do another one of these. If I do, we can just do sort of a show and tell. And if any of you, I will put the colors on when I upload the live as a replay. And I'm going to sort of do a little more editing there so there's more information. Yeah, try it. Check it out. Let me go. Say that again. So, burnt sienna, Liquitex, depending on where you are, of course. Turquoise blue, so any kind of turquoise. An unbleached titanium of some kind, a neutral, and black and white. Oh, and yellow oxide. You can also substitute yellow ochre. It's just that where I go, those paints, they don't come in yellow ochre. So I like yellow oxide. It has a little bit more punch to it. And of course, black and white. And that's it. So before we go, I'll show you how I load the next page since I have paint left. So we're going to use the brayer. Okay, so I'm going to go horizontal. And I love to start with black, sorry. And I just go like that. Look at that. Fabulous. And this kind of mark I love. Let's use the burnt sienna. We'll do another one. Notice I'm going really nice and slow. Very interesting. So I can roll off a bit of it. Let's put in the yellow oxide. And these are great, intuitive, organic starts to a page. So you can put as much, don't go too heavy because you need some white spaces just to continue. This just activates your page. And some of the turquoise. Let's put it down here. Okay. I'm going to send one up. That's it. So that's all I like to do, and I let it dry overnight and see what happens the next day. Already you can see all kinds of fabulous choices, right? So this one's reminding me of the desert, very, very minimal. This one might turn out very simple. Okay, I just thought I'd show you a sneak peek of how to activate the next page using some leftover paint. And I've enjoyed having everybody here. Very grateful. Thank you for showing up. Please hit the like button if you haven't already, because it does help with the live once it's uploaded. And I will And don't forget to sign up to see what we're doing next week. I have a plan, but you never know. Last minute, I might change my mind. I like them to be sequenced, sort of one makes sense to the next. And download your freebies when you sign up. And I will see you next Tuesday for Create With Me Live. Happy creating!